to extend your life after the age of 60. Wash this body part every day if you are 65 or 80 years old. Information about the health of the elderly. In the shower. Did you realize that if you miss even one place, it may be a matter of shortening your life? It appears to be unexpected, and perhaps even a little bit severe. On the other hand, an increasing number of studies are pointing to the grave dangers to one's health that are associated with neglecting hygiene in particular parts of the body. It is a well-known fact that many of these areas are overlooked during a routine shower, particularly as we approach our senior years. In this video, we take a look at 5 different sections of the body that senior citizens frequently fail to properly cleanliness. Places that quietly accumulate germs, sweat, and fungal growth, which, if left unchecked, can lead to serious medical problems if they are not addressed. These spots are more important than you might realize, as they can cause a variety of issues, including circulation issues and skin infections that may otherwise go unnoticed. It is imperative that you remain with us until the very end, since one of these areas is frequently overlooked, despite the fact that it is directly tied to your immune system, and the time it takes to wash it is less than 10 seconds. That seemingly insignificant routine might protect your health more than you ever imagined it could. Let's get down to business. The feet come in first place. If you do not clean your feet on a regular basis, they are one of the areas that are most likely to be neglected. But they can quietly be detrimental to your health. If you are an older adult who may already deal with restricted circulation, diabetes, or a weaker immune system, neglecting a complete foot cleansing is like inviting bacteria to set up camp and stay. You might assume that a short rinse in the shower is sufficient. But this is not the case. Infections caused by fungi thrive in warm, damp settings, particularly in the spaces between the toes and under the toenails. And for senior citizens, what may begin as a little case of athlete's foot can quickly develop into something much more serious, such as cellulitis or a skin ulcer that does not heal. Of much greater worry is the fact that a significant number of elderly people do not experience the early warning indications of foot problems due to decreased nerve sensitivity. It's possible that you won't become aware of an infection until it has already caused damage. At that time, the medicine becomes far more difficult to administer. The barrier of the skin can be weakened by a number of factors, including but not limited to fungus, dead skin buildup, cracked heels, and persistent sweating. This, in turn, increases the likelihood of infections that can enter the circulation. Now, however, comes the hardening part, a deliberate cleaning session lasting only 5 to 10 seconds each foot, with the goal of cleaning in between the toes, beneath the nails, and around the heel, can dramatically reduce the likelihood of these dangers occurring. Moreover, it is not simply a matter of scrubbing. The application of a small amount of moisturizer after you have completely dried your feet can assist in maintaining the skin's softness, health, and resilience. Instead of considering this everyday practice to be vanity, think of it as vascular care. As a result of the fact that your feet are used for more than just walking, they are one of the first locations in the body to exhibit signs of decreasing health. However, because to the fact that they are so far down and so simple to conceal, they are also one of the locations that is the easiest to ignore. Therefore, the next time you take a shower, you shouldn't believe that your feet are clean just because you let the water flow down. Extend your hand and tend to their needs. Second, the scalp is the focus. If you have a minimal maintenance haircut or if you don't have much hair left, it's easy to believe that you no longer need to be concerned about your scalp. However, this is not the case. However, truth be told, your scalp is still made up of skin. It is necessary to pay care to it. Just like every other aspect of your body, the scalp becomes a silent trap for oil, sweat, dead skin cells, and environmental contaminants when it is ignored. This trap can be extremely harmful to the scalp, and throughout the course of time, this accumulation does not remain confined to the immediate area. It has the potential to set off a chain reaction of inflammation that has a negative impact on your immune system. impairs your skin barrier, and causes irritation that lasts for a long time. The health of the scalp is more than just a matter of appearance in people who are older. It is possible for low-grade infections to be caused by chronic dryness or flaking, which can undermine the integrity of the skin. When the condition is severe, bacteria that originate from the scalp can spread to open wounds or even hair follicles that have become weaker due to the effects of aging. Here is something that the majority of people are unaware of. Due to the fact that your scalp contains some of the highest concentrations of sebaceous glands on the body, it is possible for oil to accumulate sooner on your scalp than practically any place else on your body. When that oil is not cleansed, it oxidizes, becomes more solid, and provides a breeding ground for infections that are not even visible to the naked eye. People in their 60s and beyond may not only experience discomfort, but they may also be exposed to an unwarranted risk of infection that is difficult to detect until it has progressed to a more advanced stage. In addition, although many people reduce the number of times they shampoo their hair as they become older because they believe their hair is more fragile, skipping regular cleanliness altogether might be more detrimental than beneficial, particularly for individuals who have fine hair, a bare scalp, or thinning at the crown. Even just a few minutes of gentle massaging the scalp while washing your hair can enhance blood flow to the head, stimulate lymphatic drainage, and help with mental clarity and stress reduction. Other benefits include improved blood flow to the brain. Not only does it improve the cleanliness of your system, but it also gives your entire body a boost. Accordingly, your scalp is still important, regardless of whether your hair is short, thin, or completely absent. Please take care of it. It should be washed with purpose. Apply a mild massage to it. You will experience an improvement in your mood. Your head will express gratitude, and your body will quietly benefit more than you are aware of. I would appreciate it if you could use the second comment section below to let me know that you are continuing viewing this video and that you are finding these insights to be helpful. I strongly suggest that you subscribe to the channel and activate the bell if you have not already done so. This will ensure that you do not miss any videos. With your assistance, we are able to continue producing high-quality content that will both inform and inspire you. Let's proceed with our plans now. The navel region comes in at number 3, in spite of the fact that it is one of the smallest portions of your body. The belly button is also one of the most overlooked parts of your body and, shockingly, one of the dirtiest. As well, the more we get older, the less flexible we become, and as a result, we may forget to clean some places of our bodies, such as our navel. One might believe that it is merely a small place, and that it would not cause any harm. The truth of the matter is, however, that the navel is a recess that can collect a variety of substances, including sweat, dead skin cells, soap residue, and lint from clothing. Furthermore, if it is not cleaned on a regular basis, it can become an ideal hiding spot for yeast and germs that are damaging to their health. The condition known as omphalitis can develop from something that initially appears to be a slight discomfort in some people, even though it is more prevalent in newborns. This disorder is becoming more and more noticeable in senior patients, particularly those who have diabetes or immune systems that are susceptible to compromise. It is possible for the bacteria to flourish in the dark, wet, and warm environment of the navel, and they can start generating redness, an offensive odor, or discharge in a stealthy manner. The fact that the warning indicators are not immediately obvious is what makes it even more deadly. When the infection is already well established, many elderly people do not experience any discomfort. In addition, by that time, the mending process takes a significantly longer amount of time than it would have 20 years earlier. In more severe situations, the hardened deposit that is known as navel stones can form small masses that are dark in color and smell bad. These masses need to be removed by a medical professional. On the other hand, avoiding all of this can be accomplished through a habit. Simply use a fingertip that has been wrapped in a washcloth or a soft cotton swab while you are washing your face every day. To clean the interior of the navel, use warm water and a gentle soap. After cleaning, Make sure to completely dry the region around the navel. When it comes to the navel, having a dry navel is equally as vital as having a clean navel, since any moisture that is left behind produces a breeding habitat for microorganisms. If you have had abdominal surgery or if there are any skin folds in the area, there is an even more compelling reason to pay attention to this particular spot. There is more to maintaining a clean navel than just simple cleanliness. It is important to practice preventative medicine, particularly when your immune system begins to change as you get older. It is important to take care of this small hidden location because there are times when the things that we do not see are the ones that matter the most. The underbreast region comes in at number 4. It is possible for the region beneath the breasts to become one of the most frequently irritated and ignored places of the body. And this is true for a significant number of older women as well as some males. It is, nonetheless, one of the most important things to maintain cleanliness, particularly as we become older. If this fold of skin, which is frequently warm and damp, is not cleansed and dried on a daily basis, it will become a breeding ground for the growth of germs and fungi. Because of the thinness and fragility of the skin in this region, it is commonly covered by clothing and undergarments, which cause sweat to be trapped and restrict airflow. Over the course of time, this combination generates the ideal conditions for the development of intertrigo, which is a rash that is red and inflamed and is brought on by friction, dampness, and infection. If it is not treated, it can develop into painful sores, open wounds, or chronic fungal infections that require long-term therapy. It may begin with a small amount of itching or redness, but if it is not treated, it can become more severe. Those women who have undergone breast surgery, experienced weight changes, or have seen natural sagging throughout the course of their lives are more likely to experience these concerns. Because the area under the breasts is not always easy to see in the mirror, it is possible that problems will go undiscovered until they have reached a severe stage. One of the most common errors that people of a certain age make is the assumption that a short rinse in the shower is sufficient. But in reality, that particular area requires deliberate care. Perform a gentle lifting motion on the skin. Wash it fully with a gentle soap. Thoroughly rinse it, and most importantly, pat it dry entirely. The use of a clean towel or a gentle washcloth that is specifically designed for this purpose can make all the difference. Cornstarch, body powder, or unscented body powder can be used to assist keep the area dry without hurting the skin. This is especially helpful for people who are more prone to dampness. In this context, paying attention is not only about avoiding discomfort, it is also about protecting the integrity of your skin, preventing infections that could take weeks to heal, and preserving a sense of physical confidence. It is possible for neglect in this region to steal your comfort day after day, particularly during the warmer months or when you are engaging in physical activity, but changing all of that may be accomplished with just a few thoughtful seconds performed each morning. Keep in mind that this particular portion of your body is deserving of the same level of respect and care as the rest of your body. Even if no one else notices it, I would appreciate it if you could use the 4th comment section below to let me know that you are continuing viewing this video and that you are finding these insights to be helpful. I strongly suggest that you subscribe to the channel and activate the bell if you have not already done so. This will ensure that you do not miss any videos. With your assistance, we are able to continue producing high-quality content that will both inform and inspire you. Let's proceed with our plans now. At number 5, the region of the groin. It is one of the most delicate parts of the body, and it is also one of the most readily inflamed. However, it is also one of the most disregarded of all the things. Not because of big hygiene failures, but rather because of minor oversights that build up over time and silently lead to chronic troubles. The groin becomes a problematic region for many older persons. This is not because of failures to maintain proper cleanliness. We naturally experience changes in muscle tone, looser skin, and an increase in the number of folds as we get older. Because of this, there will be more locations for moisture to accumulate, more chances for germs and fungi to thrive, and a higher probability of experiencing discomfort, unpleasant odor, or your skin breaking down. It is possible for both men and women to encounter these issues, yet many people are either too ashamed to discuss them or too uncertain about what constitutes appropriate behavior and what does not. The skin in the groin region is fragile, and it is frequently prone to friction. Clothing that is too tight, incontinence, or even sitting for extended periods of time can quickly overwhelm the skin in this area. In addition, problems such as jock itch, yeast infections, or folliculitis can start without much of a warning if it is not cleansed and dried correctly. Just a little bit of redness here, a little bit of itching there, and all of a sudden you are dealing with pain or skin damage that is not going to go away easy. There is a potential for illnesses to spread rapidly in this region, which is one of the hidden dangers, because of the closeness of the skin to lymph nodes and other critical tissues. Even relatively minor skin problems have the potential to develop into more serious conditions if they are not treated swiftly. And once the barrier that protects the skin is broken down, the healing process becomes more difficult and takes longer in senior citizens. It is imperative that you wash this area on a daily basis. Nevertheless, the manner in which you wash is equally important. Use warm water, a mild soap that does not contain any fragrance, and either your bare hands or a soft towel. Don't scrub too vigorously, and don't dry with towels that are too rough. Be thorough. Before rinsing gently and patting dry entirely, clean the spaces between the folds. In the event that moisture is a persistent issue, using a thin layer of talc-free powder or a barrier cream can be of assistance in reducing irritation. In the case of those who are coping with incontinence, everyday cleaning is of much greater significance and should always be performed after any accident. Regardless of how minor it may be, waiting till a rash or scent arises is not a good idea. Up until that time, your skin is already letting you know that it is feeling overloaded. Comfort, movement, and even confidence can all be improved by maintaining a healthy groin area. It eliminates the discomfort that you experience when walking, stretching, or sleeping. What you are doing when you take care of this region on a daily basis is more than just keeping it clean. You are preventing a breakdown, infection, and long-term damage to one of the most vulnerable regions of your body because you are safeguarding it. I would appreciate it if you could use the 6th comment section below to let me know that you are continuing viewing this video and that you are finding these insights to be helpful. I strongly suggest that you subscribe to the channel and activate the bell if you have not already done so. This will ensure that you do not miss any videos. With your assistance, we are able to continue producing high-quality content that will both inform and inspire you. Now, let's proceed with our plans. Lastly, some thoughts. When it comes to aging in a healthy manner, the tiniest habits are frequently the ones that make the most significant effect. In spite of the fact that daily hygiene might not seem like a matter of life and death, as we have seen today, the manner in which you take care of your body, particularly in these areas that are often disregarded, can have a significant impact on your long-term health, comfort, and even longevity. Which one of these 5 areas did you find to be the most surprising? Were there any that you hadn't really given much thought to up to this point? The truth is that gaining wisdom in our latter years is not limited to simply being aware of significant life lessons. It is about paying attention to the silent things, the routines we go through on a daily basis, the signals that our bodies send us, and the opportunity that we have each day to safeguard the body that we still have in a kind, consistent, and respectful manner. If you have made it this far, I hope that this video has not only provided you with a checklist, but also with a more profound respect for your body and a renewed desire to care for it with intention. The reason for this is that you are not simply removing dirt, rather, you are protecting the very vessel that transports you through this wonderful and ever-changing existence. We appreciate you being here with us today. It would be wonderful if you could get in touch with us. Please leave a comment below and tell us about one item you discovered today and how you intend to put it to use in your life right now. We place a high value on your opinions, so please do not be reluctant to share them with us. Our inspiration and encouragement are greatly increased as a result of reading your remarks. I would appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it to be informative and enjoyable. With your assistance, we are able to continue producing high-quality content that will both inform and inspire you. We appreciate you taking the time to watch, and we hope to see you in the future video.